Hello, dear friends. Welcome. Today, we are going to work with Siberian fir. We are going to work with it intentionally to create a new outcome or a new result. So I think one of the phrases that I have heard, and this phrase is attributed to Albert Einstein, although on research, it may not be him who said it. Anyhow, the phrase is, the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same actions and expect a different result. So today, with our oils and with our awareness, we're going to create a new result by doing something different. Now, this can be something really big, or it can be something really small. You can drive a different route home. You can do a different activity. You can do something that you've never done before. You can cook a different meal. You can choose to, make it as big and as inspired as you want, or make it as small and as detailed as you need. I don't mind, as long as there is some decision, choice, where you are looking to do something differently and with the intention to create a different result for yourself, one that you want, a desired result for yourself. So if you have Siberian fir, this is going to be our partner oil. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Siberian fir, and that will give us some insight into why it's such a powerful oil for redirection and for strength. Because to do something new requires strength, it requires deep courage, whatever it is, it requires us to turn a different way and to make a different selection. So take your fir, if you have it, your Siberian fir, and just a couple of drops. Let's surround ourselves with the oil as I talk a little bit about the qualities of this very bright, very pungent essential oil. Of course, it's woody. I find doTERRA's essential oil has a little bit of lemony in there and really brings us into this kind of forest atmosphere, this forest environment. Siberian fir is obtained from the needles and the twigs of the Abies Sibirica, a conifer tree native to the northern regions of Russia. These Siberian fir trees live over 100 years old. They are shade and frost tolerant. They can resist temperatures below 50 degrees, minus 50 degrees Fahrenheit. The oil is steam distilled from the needles. And the essential oil really embodies this ability that we can draw on of resilience, of hardiness, and rising to the challenge of the conditions of our environment. The top note of the Siberian fir is slightly camphorous. There's a woodiness, of course, to it, and it has this energetic movement, if we look at it through the way that it's circulating energy through our body, of rising, lifting up, and circulating, rising and circulating. It has, of course, an association, as many of the leaves and the needles, essential oils derived from the leaves and the needles, has an association with the lungs. And this oil particularly helpful for breathing in, for association with inhale and with oxygenation. It has very unique chemical chemistry, chemical components, which I think is worth landing on just for chemical composition, which I think is worth landing on just for a moment. It has bornyl acetate in here, which promotes relaxation and reduces stimulation during stressful events. So the bornyl acetate has this calming quality. Also has alpha-pinene in there, which has this quality known for promoting clear, healthy breathing. On an energetic level, it has this quality, I think, because the trees live for a considerable amount of time, and because they have this resilience and this understanding of surviving and thriving even in these hardy conditions. It has this association with aging and with perspective, and with that kind of real sturdy resilience that we see in the elders of our lives and of our community. Those people who somehow just seem to keep it together, in some like incredible capacity. They just can keep drawing on their own inner resources. They can keep finding the capacity within them to move forwards, to heal, to keep creating, and to keep living their lives. It brings a quality of perspective. And if we visualize the trees in that hardy environment in the northern areas of Russia, maybe there's snow covered over them, just to, for a moment, bring that vision of the tree into your awareness, and there's a stillness and a presence about this oil. There's a stillness and a presence about this tree in its own natural environment that, of course, translates into the oil and into how we experience it. On an emotional level, it brings us some confidence and helps to dispel apathy, can help us if we're in that kind of procrastinated state of like not really moving forwards. So useful if you've lost your willpower, or if you're stuck in this kind of indecision. Even I find it very helpful in periods of grief, or when I'm feeling really sad. I find this oil is very, very enlivening and bolstering. So it allows that feeling to be, doesn't try and move or nudge me out of that feeling in a way that is denying that feeling. And yet it holds me in its presence, so I am able to live in that feeling and then move on through the breath, move on through the practice, move on through the experience of knowing that I have this inner resource, this inner courage, if you like, to keep moving forwards. One of the gifts of this oil is strength, resourcefulness, and resilience in times of deep emotional upheaval. It stands very tall in the forest. It's one of the taller trees in the forest. So it has, you can just see this kind of beacon in the dark, this quality of holding. So I want you to use your Siberian Fir. You can use it just as we did at the beginning. You can inhale it, or if you want a deeper or a more specific practice to do, then I'm going to invite you to take one drop. I'll just do it with you now, and find the crown of your head. The way we can find the true crown is to find the tips of the ears and then travel all the way up to the crown of the head, and just to hold the oil here on the top of your head for a couple of minutes. And perhaps you use it as a sweet kind of entering into a deeper breath, a deeper meditative or contemplative. I would prefer that term in this perspective, a contemplative place. And use that to, if there is something that is, holding you in this kind of procrastinated state or indecisive state, just simply allow yourself a moment with the oil in that place above the crown of your head, and ask the question, like, where do I go? Where do I go in this situation? And posing the question like that, even if you don't get the answer, shows that you have a willingness to receive the answer. So it opens you up to receive your own insight, and the resilience and the depth of the essential oil is going to further show that you're saying yes to yourself to receive that insight. It's going to give you, embolden you, strengthen you, give you courage to receive that insight in. It can be a very nice practice to do, to work with the oils that way. And then journal. Really crucial. What do you want me to know? And you can be specific around the question that you've asked, and just allow yourself to free write for at least a couple of minutes. I would say if you can create some space, then 5 to 11 minutes is really helpful, to have some real space to just allow your own wisdom to flow through you. And if there starts to be a quality of should, or even like you should be doing it this way, or this is the way that it has to go, then just take a moment, breathe the oil in, step back, because that probably is like maybe an egoic voice coming through, and really we want to have this clear, excuse me, this very clear channel comes through, facilitating our own heart wisdom, our own intuitive wisdom, our own knowing, our own perspective, our own resilience. And that's where we want to find the answer from. And the answer may be so simple. It may be something that is almost oversimplified to you, and you're like, how can that be the answer or the way to go? But trust it, just trust it, and be open to something new. So you have two little challenges for today. One is do something different, cook a different meal, drive a different way home, phone somebody different that you don't normally phone, or send somebody different, who you love, who you don't normally text, send them a text message, reach out, do something that is different in some way to your usual routine to create intentionally a different desired outcome. So that's your first mini challenge. And then your second little challenge here is to use the oil on the crown of the head, and to, if there is anything that you are holding in indecision, doubt, or you wish clarification over, employ the oil to open you up, and then journal on that question and just let it be whatever it is. Let it be whatever comes through. Good. I hope this is helpful. I hope you enjoy this. Be playful with it. Have fun with it. It's really not something to get right or to get wrong. It's really something to play with and to enjoy. Good. See you soon.